What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jay. We are here with a Farigiraf special as per one of the subscribers that commented down below wanting to see a Farigiraf special. So we do have it. This time I am actually borrowing a team from the young talented king himself, Mr. MV. So shout out to him. His link will be down below to his YouTube channel in the description. As always, got to credit the creators who help us out. So we have this team. We have Weakness Policy, Farigiraf, Stored Power, Terror Blast, Agility, and Calm Mind. That is what we are trying to do here and pop off along with our supporting cast members in Grimmsnarl, Dragonite, Annihilate, Glamora, and Goldango. So that's what we're going to try to rock out with. And without further ado, let's get into the battle. And here we are with the battle. We see a very scary team in front of us. We see Meowscarada, Goldango, a whatchamacallit, a Charizard, a Corviknight, a Clodsire, and a Champao. So Champao is very scary. They're obviously ready to go because they have standing by already. I think we just lead off with Glamora, of course, because Glamora is always a good sash lead. Of course, Goldango is a bit problematic. We can also lead our own Goldango, but honestly, we can still get up hazards, which is pretty much the main point, because Goldango can't set anything, but it can bring us down to sash, and that's perfectly fine, because then we can proceed to go out into Grimmsnarl, and hopefully after a Spatak drop, we can set up some screens, and then we can go out into our handy dandy Farigiraf. So it's kind of crazy that screens has been very potent this gen. I mean, granted, screens are always good, and they are like mostly ran in like a VGC type setting as we normally see, but in singles it feels like Grimmsnarl's been doing a lot of screening and it's been awesome. It's amazing. It's in that role, it does it so great. So we do see the Goldango come out front row. As we see, we want the Goldango to go away, please, though. We're sash though, so it's perfectly fine. Do we see any flyers? We do see the Corv and the Charizard, so our best bet here is to get up Stealth Rock, so that way we can hopefully get some chip on those, because spikes won't hurt flying Pokemon if you don't know, so they're not too worth getting up here, even though they do deal some more damage because you can stack them up. So we do see a Mega Rain come out here, and that's perfectly fine. This attack's going to get lowered, which is great. We're going to be able to get a free Stealth Rock right here, which is almost what we want, because we want to get up all the hazards, of course, but unfortunately we can't. So I think right here we just get up a layer of spikes and call it a day, because we probably will die here to a Make It Rain, and we do. So that is a dead Glamora, but Glamora was able to get up the rocks, and that's what it's for. It's a suicide lead. That's why the focus sash is there. So now what we can do, it's -2. Oh, we can even go hard out into Farigiraf, because we can Calm Mind in this thing's face. I can't remember what else is there. We could also go out into our own Goldango and threaten it out with a Shadow Ball, which isn't too bad. We got a lot of options here. We got a lot of options. Which one is the best one? I feel like threatening out with our Goldango is pretty good. I don't want to get too greedy with our Farigiraf, because it is the star of the show. It is the star of the show. So what do we have in the back here? We see Claude, Meow. So what we can do, we can try to make a read and go for a Focus Blast, because I feel like they should switch out. But let's just see. Let's get our opponent first, because they do withdraw. Okay, cool. Just had to scout, because you never know. You never know. Some people like to stay in. Some people like to switch out. So they do obviously here switch out. We're going to be able to get off some rocks damage, and we're going to be able to get off a fat Shadow Ball. They're not going to be able to defog in front of us, which is very cool. Thanks to Good as Gold, that ability coming in clutch. Shadow Ball does a lot thanks to a handy dandy crit, and we're going to get the Spadef drop, which is very huge. So we're going to fire off another Shadow Ball here. This Corviknight would be good as dead. See, pun intended, good as dead. We are going to be able to get the KO on this Corviknight, which is beautiful, because they took a big old fat crit, and then they took a Spadef drop. And so this is gone. I predict the Meowscarada to come in, because it just makes sense, unless they do want to go into their own Goldango. So we don't know if this thing is choiced or not. We could risk the biscuit, because what else is out here? Champao, it could be good. I mean, having Champao could actually be pretty helpful, but I mean, we do still have the screens and whatnot, so I think we can risk the biscuit here and just fire off a fat Shadow Ball. They do go first, so they are definitely Scarf, and unfortunately we're not gonna drop. Spadef is gonna fall though, that's fine, but we're gonna be able to fire off our own Shadow Ball, and this might KO, because they did take Rock's chip, because we lived on 4, so they do die. Perfect. Honestly, I wouldn't have been too bad with that exchange, because we got information would have been Scarf. I actually would have preferred if we did die right there, because then we can go out into Grimmsnarl, get up screens for free because they're locked in, and then we can go ahead and proceed to go into Farigiraf. But Claude comes in, so that's fine. We're going to be able to fire off a Shadow Ball here as well, because might as well. Goldango's literally on 4. So Goldango's literally picking up 2 KOs. Goldango's just good at what it does. So We're gonna be able to get up another Spadef drop. It's just Spadef drops back and forth, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. There's been 3 total Spadef drops from Shadow Balls, and I do believe I think it's a 30%, might be 20 or 10. I don't know. Shadow Ball percent drop. I feel like it's 30. I definitely feel like it's 30. I feel like it's 30. You might have to check me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's 30. We're gonna go into Grim here. We can taunt this thing. We can even opt to just get up screens, I think, which I will opt to do. What is the most threatening thing here? I think we can get up a reflect first and then proceed to go for light screen. We'll see what they want to do. If they get up hazards, that's perfectly, I mean, it's not perfectly fine, but I should have taunted maybe. They do toxic here. That's a-okay. That's a-okay, because Grim's literally supposed to get up screens and then get out. So we'll get up screens here, and then after we get up the screens, we'll go ahead and taunt. So that way Farigiraf doesn't have to deal with poison, which will be very handy dandy for us, because we don't want to have to deal with toxic damage. That's very annoying. It's very, very annoying to deal with. We're going to go ahead and get up a light screen now. We'll see. They probably will try to hazard stack if I had to bet. Do we see spikes, or do they just opt to, they see stealth rock? Okay, so that's not too bad. So stealth rock, toxic, and earthquake. The last move probably most likely is recover. Probably definitely should have taunted first, actually, just to prevent all this unnecessariness. But we'll see what I mean, they might just opt to stay in, but I'm just gonna taunt here just so we don't have to deal with any more toxic. They kind of did all that they wanted to do, and they can't really do much to us in return, so they do opt to stay in, which is fine. They might just earthquake here unless they reveal to have double hazards, which is possible. They do just opt to earthquake. Okay, that's fine. So we're gonna taunt and we're gonna get up out of here and then go into Farigiraf, because that's pretty good for us. It could be unaware, which actually it doesn't matter if it's unaware, because the way stored power works, you still get the boost, the power boost, but it does ignore like the stat boost, but the move itself still gets a boost. So that works perfectly fine. So unaware is not going to be able to do too much to the stored power, and it's going to be super effective as well. So that's always good for us. Always good for us. So Farigiraf is going to come in here, not going to be able to get toxic. They might be scared of taking a whatchamacallit to the face, a psychic to the face. They do withdraw here. What do we see? What do we see? We see a Meowscarada come out. Okay, so what we can do right here is we can opt to agility and take get the weakness policy boost, which would be pretty dope here. So I think we can, yeah, we're just on agility here. They're on knockoff. We are behind a reflect though. We are behind a reflect. We're gonna be able to take that. They're gonna proc our weakness policy. There it is. Oh baby, we're gonna agility right here, and we are going to then proceed to Terra, because they are pure dark type right now. Oh baby, and it's life orb Meowscarada. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, I'm excited. You love to see when it happens. We're agility, we're +2 speed, so we definitely outspeed this thing unless it is Scarf. But it doesn't matter, because we're just going to Terrasilize here, and we're going to Terra Blast. I'm gonna think twice about it. They do have to stay in, which is great. That is perfect for us. I do think Terra does proc before they switch out, if I'm not mistaken, because I definitely think they would swap out first. But we're gonna be able to get off a fat, juicy, terrifying Terra Blast. And they do opt to say we are faster, of course, like I said, +2 speed, baby. We're gonna be able to knock out this Meowscarada because we are +2 attack, and that thing is just gonna drop. You love to see it. You love to see it. All right, so, and then they have the Chien-Pao, they have the Claude. What else do they have? Chien-Pao, Claude, and whatchamacallit, Charizard. So unfortunately, we are a fighting type, but it's not whatchamacallit, it's not heavy duty boots. So we can just store power here. We can just store power here, and this thing will just drop. Yo, there we go. There we go. Yo, there we go. See, that's why you got to get these rocks up. Like I said, if you guys been here and oh my gosh, I cannot speak. I can't do it. But if you guys have been here on the channel for a minute, you have seen that we have ran into a bunch of Charizards that don't run boots, and I always say you got to get them rocks up just in case, because these Charizards be acting real bold. So we're gonna Terra Blast here. Easy, no sucker, no Ice Shard, because it wouldn't even matter at this point because we do still have our screens up, and this Chien-Pao is just gonna drop to the Terra Fighting, which is beautiful, because stored power is literally can sweep teams even if they do have steel types, because they do resist, but it doesn't matter. And then the only thing that gets in the way is the dark type, so that's why Terra Fighting comes in here, because it right through the steel types easier, and it can hit a dark type, so it's wonderful. So this Clodstar comes in. It might be able to live, honestly, because it is a Claude, but we'll see. We'll see. It might just drop. I think it might just drop, because it's still stored power still does get boost, but as we see, it still does live. It's gonna be able to tank. Gonna dish out a nice little chunk of earthquake. but the next stored power should definitely KO right here, which is easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then I think this is their last mon. Or do they have, no, this is their last mon. So we're gonna be able to get a nice fat stored power off right here, which is perfect. So stored power is gonna be able to pop off right here, which is great. I couldn't have asked for like a better battle because we were able to get the game plan going, and we were able to even proc the weakness policy. Going into this, I was kind of scared if I would be able to proc the weakness policy or not, but as you can see, Meowscarlet's running around, and also with all the plethora of dark types that have been added to this gen, it kind of makes sense that the weakness policy would be able to get off. But like I said, shout out to Farigiraf, it did the dang thing. That was very exciting, that was cool. You love to see a Terra type come in clutch as well, because you know that Meowscarlet came in and didn't think it could fear anything, but alas, we proved it wrong. If you guys like this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up down below. If you are new, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I post. And make sure to also check out MV down below, and the Poke Paste will also be down below in the description. But without further ado, without further ado, I am your boy Jay. I'm gonna get about your hair, and I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.